The first and probably most fundamental misunderstanding most Americans have about the presidential election process is the belief that they vote for president. They do not. According to Article 2, Section 1, Clause 2 of the Constitution, each state shall appoint in such manner as the legislature thereof may direct a number of electors equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which the state may be entitled in the Congress. Like primaries, before 1964 and the ratification of the 24th Amendment, the idea of the people voting for president did not exist in the Constitution. The right of the citizens of the United States to vote in any primary or other elections for president or vice president, for electors for president or vice president, or for senator or representatives in Congress shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or any state by reason of failure to pay any poll tax or other tax. In fact, the 24th Amendment didn't say that the people voted for president, only that they could not be denied the right to vote in such an election for failing to pay taxes. Yet another example of the lack of understanding of the Constitution by Congress in several states. The reporting of a national popular vote for president is another lie, since there is no such thing. The people do not elect the president. The states do. Now, based on Article 2, Section 1, the states have established the manner of appointing electors to be based on a popular vote in the state for a political party. The details may vary from state to state, but the general process is the same. Each political party puts together a slate of party faithful who pledge to vote for their party's candidate. When the state puts together the ballot, they list the party candidates. In the past, most states noted that you were voting for electors for that candidate, although recently that has changed. In the 2020 election, 37 of the 50 states, that's 74%, lie on the ballots, claiming that their citizens are voting for the actual president and vice president, even though they aren't. So even when the ballot tells you the vote is for electors for president, what you're actually voting for are pre-selected operatives of a specific party. After Election Day in November, each state determines which slate of electors to appoint. From the 12th Amendment, we read, "The electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for president and vice president, one of whom at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves." These electors meet in their state on the first Tuesday after the second Wednesday in December, according to Title III of the United States Code, Section 7. This is the only federal or national election in the United States. While elections for the House and Senate are for federal offices, they are still state elections. Some states require their electors to vote based on the results of their state's election. However, in some states, the penalty for not voting based on the state's popular vote may not be all that significant, which has led for some to call for electors to be unfaithful to their pledge in an attempt to win the election. Actually, the presidential electors cast two ballots, one for president and one for vice president, as required by the 12th Amendment. They shall name in their ballots the person voted for as president, and in distinct ballots the person voted for as vice president, and they shall make distinct lists of all persons voted for as president, and of all persons voted for as vice president, and of the number of votes for each, which list they shall sign and certify and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. Since most state laws appoint their electors in a winner-take-all manner, all the electors vote unanimously for their party's candidates. These electors are party apparatchiks, so they simply vote for their party's ticket, which was established through a combination of primary elections and other internal political machinations. Once the electors have done their duty to their political party, the list of a single name for president and another for vice president is signed, certified, and sent to the sitting vice president in their role as president of the Senate.